Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of the React Native course. In this video, we'll continue to build the application of task management. So in the last video, we have learned some components in React Native and we have created the login screen. Now in this video, we'll explore some more components in the React Native and build the sign up screen and the home screen. So yeah, let's start it. Now to start with the sign up screen, most of the component will use the same that we have added in the login page. So if we see here the design of registration screen, here we have just one more extra field that is confirm password. Rest everything is same. We don't need a forgot password, and then there will be here the button already have an account. So let's create a component here and we'll give it sign up. So give it the sign up screen. Let's give sign up screen.js. So this is the component for the sign up screen. Now if we go back to login screen, and here if we see the things that we needed are similar, so let's just create a state here. Constant is sign up and set is sign up, and here we'll call use state and let's set it false. Now add here in the button when we click on create an account, so let's pass on press set is sign up true. Okay. And let's add a condition here. We'll add one view, so we should wrap this all into a one parent component, and let's put it style flex 1 width 100%, align items center, justify content center. Okay, so and here let's add here if not is sign up and will display this page. Okay, so when we click on this button, this will not display onto the screen, and here we'll call sign up component sign up screen, and let's add condition here is sign up and then okay. And also we need to use this style at there because we need that should be also in the center. And let's add here just a button on press go back label already have an account. Now in the login screen, at here when we click on go back button, here we'll call set is sign up as false. Okay. So now here, when we click on create new account button, this will display the sign up screen, and when we click on if we already have an account, this will go back to that previous screen. So here the screen is only one, but the component we are rendering conditionally. So later we'll add the React Native navigation, then we'll move the screen through navigation. This is just to make it simple. I have added here the conditional rendering, and this is fine. Okay, now let's add the things that we required in the sign up screen. So first we need one text. Let's go back here, and this text, sign up text. Let's put a sign up text here. Create account. And then we need that fields, so we'll use the same here, this view, and let's put it here. And we need one more field that will give it confirm password. Okay, so these are three fields that we have added it here. And then we need a button, sign up, already have account, and then there will be a social login component. So let's give it here, sign up, and we'll pass it this style here, background color white. Okay, and let's give it here margin top 40. And the component that we are using here, this is the component that we have added it in the login screen, that is for the social login. There are three buttons. So what we can do this, let's this put it in a separate component. We'll just put it here, new file, social login .js, and let's put it at here. And let's remove this from here, and we'll just call social login also at here. And then we need to put this there, the images. Okay, so this is our two screens, sign up and the login screen. Okay, so the next is when we will log in it inside, then we will land on this home page. So the next thing that we are going to add is the home screen page. So to start implementing the home screen, let's first add the React Native navigation in the project. So first we need to install these dependencies. Let's go back to the project and let's open a terminal here. Okay, now after adding these dependencies, if we have a Expo managed project, then we need to add this dependency, but we are using the React Native bare React Native project. Now here let's copy this and install these dependencies. So once we have added this dependency, we need to go to iOS directory. Let's do pod install. After this we have to come here and let's create a stack here. Create native stack navigator, and let's put it here, navigation container stack dot navigator, and here we'll put stack dot screen. And for stack dot screen, here we need to define the name. Let's define this login screen components login screen, and here we can pass the initial route name, that is login screen. Let's create one more screen, the home screen here. This is home screen, and we'll put it same stack dot screen name home component home screen. This is the home screen. Let's restart this application. If you face any error or like any module not found or something, just do npm install and install the pods again and then restart the application, then it will work fine. So here we do see here login screen, and let's do one thing, we'll just put it here screen options header shown false. Okay, and also here in the login screen we can put it background color white. Okay. So by default the login screen is coming using this stack navigation container. So here we put it, we created one stack, create a native stack navigator, that is basically we put it in the navigation container, and there will be have multiple screens like home and login screen. So by default we are passing the initial route name, that is the login screen, that's why it is first rendering the login screen. Now let's go back to the login component. So now when we press on sign in button, let's call here on press. Now to navigate between the screen, we'll use here hook use navigation, and here we'll call, so we can just put it navigate, and here we'll call navigate, and the name of the route, that is home. Now when we click on sign in button, we'll go to the home page. So let's build the home screen. For the home screen, let's go to the design, and now here we see we have here a drawer navigation, and then there is an profile icon. Also in the bottom we see there is a tab navigation. So this is a React navigation official documentation, and here we'll find the bottom tab section. For adding the bottom tabs we need this dependency. So let's copy this dependency and we'll put it in the, okay, so let's install this dependency. Now in the home screen we need to add this tab navigation. So let's go to home screen, and here we'll add. So first let's create that constant tabs equal to create bottom tab navigator, and here let's put tab, so tab dot navigators. Now here we'll put tab dot screen name home screen. Let's create one more here, file home tab navigator .js, and here we'll put it here let's put that code tab dot navigator. Also this one. So this is our home screen. Now this home tab navigator will use it in that app.tsx at here. So let's put this at here, home tab navigator. Now because we are calling this component home tab navigator, so inside this we'll put it the home screen. That would be our the default screen, home screen. So let's go to sign in. Now we see here home screen, and let's put here the options header shown false, and also at here in the app.tsx uh, we need to put options. So this will basically hide the header shown false. So in the navigation container also we can put as many navigator that we want. Like here we put it this tag.screen, and then we are going to home tab navigator, and this is also a type of navigator that we are putting it here. So we see this is the home screen, and when we go inside there, this is our home screen page. Similarly, let's create and some more tabs here. We call this schedule tasks, and let's create here one more folder, schedule tasks. We put it schedule tasks.js, and let's use the component schedule tasks. So when we click on schedule task, this will go to the schedule task, and here we do have home screen. Now the first thing that we need to do is in the home tab navigator only, uh, if we see here there is an icons like the home, calendar. So we need to use this icon. Let's export this icon as in PNG format. Also we can use React Native vector icons. To make it simple, I'm going to just use the image. The image, when we are in active state, we will display one image, and if it is not in active state, we'll display this the default image. So here I have imported all that images from the Figma and put it in the image folder, and here we have imported it at here in this component. Now to override the icons in the home screen and this tab navigator, we need to go to screen options, and here let's put the options we are already overriding, and here we'll use the props focused. Here written focused. Let's put it here, and then we need to call it. Let's put here focused image source equal to home field, else, or else we can just put it here also, just in the source if focused home field, otherwise home image. So this is the image. Now let's style it, and let's add tab bar label here blank. Let's add this in the below here in the screen also. So let's add this inside options, and here we'll just put calendar field, else calendar, and let's give the margin top. So these are the two bottom tab navigation that we have added it. Later we'll add some more that required, like here the notification and search. Now in the home screen, so we need to add here the icon for the drawer navigation, and there is a profile icon also. Let's export these two icons from the Figma. So both the icons I have added it here. Now let's use this icon. On the home screen, we'll add here button, the but component that we have created, and let's put it here image. So these are two images that we have imported from the assets folder. Now here let's pass this image in this source drawer icon, and we'll do here let's put style background color white, and width is the width that we need. Let's put 32. I changed the background transparent, and let's give some margin. Let's margin of 10. This is the drawer icon. Here we do justify content space between. So then we do place these two button, one at on the left side and one on right side, and let's use this at here. Here we do profile icon. So these are our two icons, profile and the drawer. If you want, you can reduce the size if it is showing some bigger. Also, let's add this bit here. Yep. Let's change this to 28. So now when we are putting these styles in line, because this is we need it multiple places, better if we put it in these styles at here, so we can use it. We should not define multiple times. We can use it the same style. So let's put here menu button, and we put this in the menu button, and here menu icon. And let's just use these styles dot menu button. Now by doing this, the code looks more cleaner than the earlier. So this is our two icons. Also, let's put this in a container. We need to put it right here. Instance dot container. Now below here we have a text, then the category to select the chips basically. Let's add here view text hello. I'm just giving a name here, but we'll use this as a dynamic, the member who has logged in inside the application. And let's put here style padding, style font size, font weight, bold. And let's put here a text. To add few more things on the home screen. Now in this snapshot we have here some list views. This list are basically, here we can choose a type of task which we need to filter it. So there will be some chips that we need to display in a list. So if there are more items, we can display in a scroll view from left to right. And then we have a project list. Also there will be a list of tasks at here. So now we are moving to the list view components in React Native. So let's first see what is scroll view and flat list. Now scroll view is a kind of component that also can give us a scroll view behavior when we need to scroll the items in a list. And there is one other component that is flat list. So when we need to use scroll view or flat list, that we need to see. Also both can support to give the behavior of scroll horizontally and vertically. Now here we have scroll view versus flat list. So if you have seen in the login component, we have given a scroll view. So let's assume if we have an application where we are displaying list of data and this list is very long. So there can be multiple scrolls required to check all the items. Now the one option is we can use scroll view. Another one is flat list. Now when we need to use scroll view, so this scroll view behavior is it will render all the React child component at once. That means if you have 1,000 of list data, it will render at once all that screen data and put it in the memory. So now there will be some performance issues, because if you are putting so much data, it will reduce the performance and increase the memory size. Now the next option is we can use flat list. So the flat list render the items lazily. That means when you are scrolling the list, only the screen where you have to display the item, flat list render those only items, and it will not render all the items at once. So that means we can save the memory and also the processing time. So here the flat list is a better option when we have lot of list data that we need to display it. Scroll view we can use when we need to render all the items at once. So here we'll use both the component and we'll see how we can use it. Now let's add one more component here, that is for the categories. The category of tasks that we need to display in a list view. Let's put this as folder. First I'm going to define a data here. Let's define data constant data equal to array, and in the array will be have multiple objects. So here will be have label, my tasks, and then we need to put it here. In progress, and here we'll have completed. Also let's put here id 1, and this will be id 2, id 3. So now this categories will give here scroll view, horizontal, and let's create here. So in the chip, label, id, and index. Let's return view key index style align items center, and then we'll give here text label, and here we will iterate the this array. So let's put data dot map item chip. So here we'll get the index. Here basically we are deconstructing the item, and then here let's put index equal index. We'll use these categories at the home screen. Okay, this is how we are displaying it, this list, but let's style it. Let's put gap of some gap here between these two items, and also we'll put here, better we define this in a here style sheet or in a styles margin top, and let's give this a cheap background color, gray, border width, or let's just give border, and here we'll give border radius. This we will put it at here in the view styles dot cheap, and here we'll put it align items center. Okay, and let's give it the view some height. So here we have put it this in the center, and also let's give some padding. Okay, this is our padding, and here let's put this, and let's increase some height. So this is our chips. So here we can able to scroll also if there are more items. Let's say if we put it these more items here, so here we can able to scroll it. Let's remove the width from the content container style, and we'll just put it here style width 100%. So now we are able to scroll this list. Let's remove this old task we don't require, and also here we'll put it scroll horizontal scroll indicator as false, so when we scroll it will not display the indicator. Now let's change the color when we select the items. Let's change the background color. Now here let's create a state constraint selected category, set selected category, use state, and we'll set it to blank. Don't let's put this inside here. Now here we'll change the background color. If selected category dot includes index, then give the background color blue, and let's add here on, let's change this to touchable opacity, press. Let's create here a handler function on select index. Now here what we'll do, basically when we selected this category, then we'll mark it, we change the color and we'll add it into this select category state. If we again select it, then we'll toggle it. We'll remove this from the select category state. Better, let's use the ID. We can use it the ID because we have ID here. So here when we select it, it will change the color, you see, and if we deselect it, it will change the color to back to white. So this is how we can select it the multiple categories. Also, let's use change the color of text style. Okay, so this is the category component that we have created using scroll view. Now the next is we'll display the projects here, and that the projects that will display here will use flat list. So let's go to here. We'll add one more components, projects, projects list.js. Now first here let's define the data. This is the data format that we need to store it, the data of projects. Now here give it the label. Label is project 1. Here what we do, we'll create here tasks actually in the projects. So in that task we'll define the category ID, and here we can put it the status field. And now let's put this data outside this to come outside the component, because it will be use size of this file, the number of lines will be increased. And here we'll create the data folder, and let's put it here, new json, new projects.js. Let's add one more project, project 2. backend development, start date. This is the two projects. Let's add few tasks here. The data, and we define ID, one, name, design changes, start time, and time, and we here need start date and date. Let's put this same task. Let's add this task at here also. So this is in status, in progress, and also we can have some more status like completed. So let's add here one more task, completed. So now here when we click on the project item, we will display the task that is in progress, and bottom the task that we is in completed. So for this we'll use this section list, and for this we'll use the flat list. And here we'll basically just add one view that would be at the parent at top, and then let's use flat list. We'll pass the data here, data projects, here key extractor, item, item dot id, and then here we put it the render item. So in the render item we basically put a view list of views. So it will render a list of views, the view that we needed. Like this is the view. Here will be have icon, label, name, and the date on which this project has started. So on the background we'll use a image. Let's export this image. Now here we'll put constant card equal to, let's call card, this card, and here we'll get it, label, id, name, and all these fields. One that we need to use it, we'll keep only that fields here, and let's do here item. So let's put here view, So if we get image, we'll put it here, image source, image style, 28, width of 28, and let's add this in a container. So let's add this in a flex view. Here we'll just put style, flex direction, row, and gap of. Here we'll get the text. This project list, we'll call it at here on the home screen. And let's put it horizontally to display this in horizontally. Let's change this to label field also, and here we see this at here. Let's create a view here for the category list to just give the defined width, and here we have a projects list. Now in this project list, let's put it here, style, some padding, and content container style. So we put some gap, padding left. So at here now we are rendering these items, our two projects, and this is the we are using key extractor to extract the unique ID that basically helpful for re-rendering the items that will be used to cache it also. So here I have exported this image from the Figma, and let's use this image, import card from image. And here we'll put image background. Image background is the React Native component. If we need to put the background image, we can use this component. And here source card image. Okay. So this is the card image component. Now here we'll do one thing. So let's put this style. styles dot card border radius. Okay, let's put this content in a touchable opacity. So when we press it, it gives a touchable effect. Now here in the image background, um, so the styles that we are using here, let's put it at here and resize mode, stretch, image background, height 100%, styles dot image background. We don't need to put a gap here. Let's put all this in a view. This is our two cards. Let's put show horizontal scroll indicator as false. Okay, let's hit here card content position absolute. So I have added some padding. Put text. So let's download another image that is in gray. So if the card is not selected, we display the background image as gray. So here I have imported one more image, card blur, and also increase little height of this card and the width also. Now here let's create one state constant selected card, set selected card. This basically hold the selected card ID. So if selected card equal to ID, then card image else will display card blur. So these are the two images. Okay, so there was some issue with the image. Now here I have put it the image again for the card, and let's do here card blur. So we'll give here gap of 10. Now once we select this card, we'll change the background. So let's add here on press set selected card ID. So this is the project which is selected, and if we select this, this is the project which we have select. Then let's put margin here. This is the flat list. Now let's add some more text here after this view. So now if we see, there is a text and then the date. So here we'll install one more package, that is the that we need to format the date. Npm install moment. Now let's add here text. Styles.text, and then let's put margin top 20, font size 2, and font weight bold. Okay, so this is the text for the project, and also we'll put here date text. Here we do need moment dot format. Here we put start date. This is the format. Let's see the projects data that we have imported. Get the projects. Let's change the format here. 2024 10 24. Okay, and let's put here styles. Styles.text. Margin top. Also we can put it in the bottom 0, position absolute. Here we'll put padding vertical of 10 and padding horizontal. So now when we select the project here, we'll display the section list, the task for this project, the project which has been selected. So this we will do in the next video.